Hello. I'm doing a live stream. So sort of just gonna try doing this on Friday nights, I think, or Saturday mornings, midnight New York City time. It's about 12 after, and we're gonna start off as always, just sort of looking at what stuff is on Reverb that's of interest and see how that spurs a discussion. And please, if you watching on the replay and you have comments, leave a comment. And if you're watching live, please make sure that you use the comment feature here. And you can always use super chat too. It's always, I'm always appreciative of that. Helps keep this channel up and running. So sorry, I'm like juggling these guitar picks, and it's probably making noise, so I'll leave those alone. So let's just see what sort of pops up. I want to see what some of the exclusives and makers. There's that shot of that guitar here. Let's see if it's actually in the. I don't actually see it in here on this featured gear. They have this guitar with a. Let's go back and look at it. Sort of like this body here. So maker there was I forget the name of the boutique builder, but he's using old skateboards and sandwiching them together, and you're getting these cool sort of dyed layers, sort of because of the way as they all got sanded out. It looks a little bit like the SG Zoot suit guitars. Let's see what's a good example of this. I like these in the rainbow. I think it's the way to go. I think these are kind of cool looking guitars with their very sort of dyed layers. And you can see this is sort of what happens with the wood. It's like all these layers have been glued together and they're all dyed. And then as they're sanded down, you get sort of this, as the body is sort of carved, you get little bits poking through and all these kind of crazy rainbow colors. And I actually like sort of in these areas in the back where it's really faint, you get these weird like crossover areas. Let's zoom in there. I really liked these. They were like a limited thing. They did some in black, and one's like a black and red. The one's like an all gray. Here's like the red one. Anywho. So, oh look at this. What's this? All been gutted? What's going on here? Well, this from 2009 to 2011. I thought this was a much shorter run, but apparently a couple years. The red and blue, also known as the Superman or Spider-Man, is one of the most favorite and sought after today. Well, I prefer the rainbow. Today I'm selling this guitar as a project guitar. The reason I bought it and selling this guitar are for the pickups themselves. The pickups are hard to find and rarely put for sale. In order to get your hands on them, you need to buy the specific guitar. I bought this guitar just 2 weeks ago, used from Guitar Center for a total price of $2,300, without knowing the condition of it at first glance. So he bought it just to rip the pickups out of it? That seems like a little crazy. It's a shame. Hard case, obviously. So bizarre. Why would you bother just want to steal the pickups out of this? It seems so expensive. Huh. Weird. It's like doesn't have the case, but it does. I don't know. This is a weird listing. Not for me. So anyways, just as always, we're just sort of looking at gear and seeing sort of what catches our eye, and let's have a conversation. If there's stuff you want to talk about, stuff you're interested in, stuff you sort of is thinking is cool or not, let's have a conversation. What is a mini flying V? Let's check it out. Australia, this is located. Huh. Little bolt-on action. It's a weird sculpt on this neck. That's bizarre. Never seen that before. What if this is like 22-inch scale length miniature V-style guitar with 2 humbucker pickups, 2 volume master controls, and a pickup selector switch with crazy green sparkles. Small chip on the top horn. It sort of reminds me a little bit, if you're familiar with the channel, you know that I have a Daisy Rock. If I can grab that just to show while we're, just 1 second. Let's see, let's do this. I don't see one. All right, I'm going to grab mine. Just chill 1 second. I'll try not to knock over everything. Let's see. Let's see how this. It's red, so it should be okay on the green screen. But this switch to the bigger camera view. This is like a short scale, like kids. Not really. I mean, I don't know. It's designed. Their tagline, Daisy Rock, guitars for girls. So they're like smaller to make them easier to hold for small hands. Maybe they're for younger players. I don't know, it's a little maybe condescending to girls. Like you have to like a sparkly guitar that's shaped like a flower or a star or something. But I think they're cool. So now I have one. This is I haven't made a video about this yet other than to talk about when I got it. And I said I would do a full review. I have to get to that at some point. I have restrung this, but I have not. It's weird to play. It is a little short scale, so I definitely overband on it. And then I really like it. The one thing I have done more than once, though, is when you got the strap on, and then you go to take it off, and I've brought this up and like punched myself in the jaw with the horn of the star, and I should know better, because I'm an adult. Anyways, all right, I'll put this back, and then we'll move on. Uh-oh, I bumped the green screen. Okay. So let's see what's next. What's next? Let's go back to the window here. So I'm going to just do the standard search. I like to just start all sort of like Reaver Browsing, which is to search solid body guitars. Let's see. Oh, let's do the show all listings. I hate how they redesigned this. There's too many extra clicks now. All right, solid body. I want Fenders. I want Gibsons. I want 80s. I want 90s. I'm going to say seller is in the continental US. Sorry, rest of the world. And where's condition? I'm going to say condition is good, fair, poor, and non-functioning. I love to do this to see sort of like what like little secret hidden things are hidden, are hiding around. Oh, we have a comment. All right. I am Hop Frog. Says those Zoots are ugly. Yeah. They I like the rainbow one, but I sort of love it because it's sort of ugly. So yeah. And then oh, what's this? I got like a Rice Krispie treat wrapper in my pocket. That's all crinkling up. Sorry about that. And then Josh says, hey. And then I am Hop Frog says, "Wow, sounds painful." I'm guessing that's for when I punched myself in the face with the Daisy Rock. Thanks for leaving comments. Let's keep talking. Let me know what you sort of want to talk about, what gear you're into these days, or what you're really not into, and you know, let's just go down the rabbit hole that is the internet and gear. And then, what is this gem series? 96, 98 Topaz, P90s. And then, obviously, feel free to chat away as many things you want to say. Feel free to use Super Chat, too, just to make sure that I don't miss it. Sometimes I don't catch things right away. My apologies. Huh. I don't really know anything about this gem series. I'm sort of curious. They don't look very fancy dancy. Let's see. Only made between 96 and 98. Mahogany body with a maple top, one-piece mahogany neck, trapezoid inlays, rosewood fingerboards, dual P90 pickups. Interesting. I bet you these probably play okay, depending on how the finish is and the fretwork. But you know, I just like P90s in general, so I'm an easy sell on that. All right. Havrock says for the Starr guitar comment, that's why you were saying it was painful. Perfect. Yes. It definitely is. Let's see. I don't know how people feel about Firebirds. I've sort of been more into them recently. Really love the look of them, but they do play weird. My sort of requirement on all Firebirds is they have to have this style headstock, right? If it doesn't have sort of like this, the banjo tuners, here it is. There it is. Let's look at the back. Right? Like, if it's not, that's like one of the signature things that makes that guitar look right. Sort of like without that, I just feel like, ugh, come on. I'm going to scoop myself over here. Anywho. Josh, you want a P90 Les Paul? I completely agree with that. You know what I think is one of the best steals for P90 Les Pauls is the, is it 2018 Les Paul Classic? Yeah. There's some gold tops. There's these Pelham Blues. There's these red. Let's click on this. It's a little pricey because it probably has all the case candy and it's probably mint. Yeah, excellent condition. But they have no weight relief, if I remember correctly. So they're crazy heavy. The P90s on these, in my experience and the ones I played, have a lot of difference in their rhythm and neck sort of tone. And this is 9.6 pounds. Boy, these play great though. And what was amazing is because in 2019 when they released the 50s style Les Paul Standard with the P90s, the prices on these dropped a lot. They're Pelham Blue, there's a black, and then there's the gold top. There's also these classic player pluses which sort of show up. Yeah, I really like P90s too. So I am Hop Frog says P90s are my favorite. I have about 4 guitars with P90s. Perfect sound, right between a single and a humbucker. Yes, I find I have more humbucker guitars now than I've ever had. So clearly I'm collecting them more. But I really like P90s a lot. Oh, I love the look of this guitar. The gold top and the white cream. I like metal tuners. I don't like the plastic buttons. Yeah, I played a bunch of these. I was really wanted to get one, but they were really expensive at the time. Shocking, because you know how cheap Gibson always is. Har har. But the they just great. So I've been watching these for a while. I've been excited to sort of watch the prices sort of falling on them. I think there is a 2016 with P90s. I forget now. I feel like there was something like a lower, maybe it's like the 60s tribute, 50s tribute. One of those, one of these, I think it's from this era. They have a P90 model as well. I'm Hotfrog says leaves a comment here saying, I was talking with a friend about guitars, and he told me that he bought a guitar for $80, and it was garbage. I'm not totally surprised. It's definitely hard to expect a lot for 80 bucks. There are certainly, if you are a new player, you know, student, like you know, kid, whatever, and you want to start learning guitar, oh, so much easier now. The quality of guitars is way better than it was when I was learning guitar. The ability, like, I have this Gretsch Jim Dandy, right? I think this is about 160, 170. I could price check that now. It's been around for a while. That's not an expensive guitar. I think for a beginner acoustic guitar, it's a small parlor size. It's punchy. It plays great. I've played a bunch of them. I like mine a lot, and I always play them when I go to Guitar Center because I talk about them so much on the channel. And I've yet to play one that I thought was like really bad or something. You know, like they're all pretty consistent. But then there's also the some of the electric Squires and the Epiphones now are just so good. Yeah, 169 for brand new, you know. Let's see. Uh-oh, my watch battery's low. I'm getting an error. But these are great. That's what I was playing at the beginning. I'm not sure if everyone was here for that or that. All right, so I'm Hopfrog says it was an Epiphone Gold top. He said it was totally unplayable. I offered to take a look at it and did a proper setup. And he asked me, what the expletives did you do to my guitar? It's amazing. Yeah, a setup. Oh, boy, does that make a difference. I'm shocked at how many guitars I go and pick up in like a Guitar Center that have just the most basic of just adjust it slightly, and it'd be so much. You'd sell so many more of them because they just need a little tweak. Or one of the things that irks me sometimes, and this is, I guess I'm being snobby, but when you go to like a used / vintage sort of guitar store, and they haven't like put a fresh pair of strings on something, and let's just say like I expect every guitar to be like the brand new strings strung up on it, because like that's expensive. I don't think every music store has the overhead to do that. But when you go in and picking up something that's like expensive vintage whatever, and it still has the strings on it from like they're all rusted and corroded, it's like, come on, just put some strings on the thing, you know. How is the sound and picture quality? Just let me know. That'd be great. It's always hard to do these videos and sort of not be able to hear, know what's happening. So keep the comments coming, and I'm gonna plug Super Chat again just because I was watching a YouTube how to live stream video, and they keep encouraging that you ask for that, you call that out. So the Fender 70th Anniversary Broadcaster. This is a guitar that I'm really getting into. There's the standard line, which is here, where the controls are sort of set up as standard tele controls. There's also a custom shop version. This is a heavy Relic. I haven't seen many photos of these out yet because I don't think they've really come out yet. But they do a Journeyman Relic as well, or a new old stock. I think it's a little much for the heavy Relic. I don't know if I'm so into that, but I like the Journeyman Relics and sort of like the slightly, like it's worn, it's been played, it's been used, but it's not like someone's going to think I'm totally faking. But these custom shops, the control panels are set up like an old broadcaster, where in this switch position, normally your neck position, is the neck with a like a low pass filter. Maybe it's cutting off a lot of your highs, so you're getting a more muted sound. It's not as extreme as on the originals. They haven't gone that far. Then in the middle, it's the neck. And then in the bridge position, it's the bridge. But then this is not a tone pot, it's a blend pot, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so Josh says, I found when I top wrapped my Epiphone tail, it really helped with tuning stability. So I assume you mean the tail piece doing sort of like the wrap around. That's a classic trick. People love that. I have a Hofner Shorty guitar that's set up that way. It's great. Speaking of sort of all-in-one tail pieces, let's see. This SG Special Pelham, I was talking about this the other day, but this sort of has this wrap around and it's a compensated tailpiece. And I really liked this guitar. I played it not that long ago, before we all sort of went into lockdown across the country and globe and whatnot. I hope everyone's doing good, staying safe, and this live stream is sort of help us all be distracted and give us something to do. Play one of these at Guitar Center. They had it on sale for $999 and not the normal like $14 or whatever it sells for. And I was like, all right, I want to know more about this. Like, why is this on sale? Like, is there like some damage I don't know about, or like, let's buy this thing, And they were like, oh, that sale was so special for last week. It's over. So you can buy it at the full price. And I was like, just honor the sale price. Like, I would have probably bought it. But it was really dumb. Guitar Center's irking me a lot recently. And I can go on that rant if anyone so cares, but I'm a little frustrated that they've decided to declare their stores essential during this, the various statewide closures, and they're making employees go in, and they're still trying to like sell stuff. Like, who's going to Guitar Center now? Like, it seems crazy. If you're a gigging musician, there's no gigs. Guitar Center's not teaching students. The economy's, people are getting furloughed and losing their jobs and stuff. It's like, it seems a little crazy that they keep those stores open, and it's dangerous. in the current health climate. Rant over. Okay, let's read some comments here. See, I'm Hot Frog. I bought a Squire Telly at Guitar Center last year. It was new, but someone tried to hang a guitar back up on the rack and caused about six guitars to come crashing down. Needed new tuners. Seafoam Green for $109 out the door. It now has locking tuners, dual P9s, and a roller bridge. Yeah. I mean, if you know, some of the Squire stuff and the Epiphone stuff you can get so cheap. And if you want to like mod that stuff, you can, you have the time and it's sort of fun, you want to customize it, you can really make that that gear play really nice. You know, you don't have like the resale value on it if you ever were going to sell that stuff, but I feel like my gear addiction is more like once I bought it, I probably am never going to get rid of it anyway. So, yeah, I've been really debating whether or not I want to modify a Strat I have. I have a Japanese Strat that I had put a lipstick pickup in the middle pickup. It's a while ago. I still have the original pickup, but I've been wondering if I want to put a different neck on there. I had been looking at, well, let's just do it. Let's go over to Warmoth, right? So I don't know how familiar everyone is with Warmoth, but they make licensed Fender parts and headstocks and bodies and stuff. Let's go with the modern. I had really been thinking about buying like a neck, because you can customize it however you want. Let's see, where is it? Where's the thing to build your perfect dream custom build? There it is. Guitar neck. While I wait for this to load, let's take a look at some comments. All right, yeah, you did some mods to your guitar. Looks better with black pickguard. Yeah, little things like pickguards and stuff are a lot of fun. Okay, so let's go over to just the Warmoth page. So let's say I'm looking at like a Strat replacement neck. And you have all these options. You can build sort of like whatever you want. So like I was looking at like, let's just go through it, like roasted maple, ebony fingerboard. You know, I know sort of the nut width that I like. Say it's right. Yeah, let's do right hand reverse while we're here. I'm not sure. Let's do just sort of the SRV neck. That's a fun neck. I like that. I like a 12-inch straight radius. 22. Don't need it scalloped. Sure, let's put binding on it just for the fun of it. Just do cream. Now, one of the things I was wondering is, I've always wanted a fretless neck, but let's not go there. Right, I'll just pick some standard stuff here. I want cream. Where are the stars? My perloid stars. My last name is Starr, so I have to have stars. Sorry, right? You have to forgive me for that. And then finish. Let's do the satin nitro, right? So it's like here. I'm covering it up. Hold on. So that guitar neck is $572. And it's like, oh my goodness. Like, that's, you know, I mean, I understand, like, things, it's custom and like things are expensive, you know, but you know, I guess I really like to look at gear. I don't probably buy that much gear overall. Um, but my goodness. And I had done various versions of this. Like the first time I did this, it was like over $600 just for the neck. And I was like, oh my god, that's probably, you know, that Japanese Strat that I bought, I think I paid like 800 for it. Now this was like almost 10 years ago, so maybe it's worth a little bit more now. I don't know, but oh, so then I started thinking like, well, maybe I don't want to like modify my Strat because I like that guitar, and I have an old Epiphone Strat copy where that's pretty much garbage. It's a guitar I learned a lot on, but boy, is it garbage. But maybe I would then get a really nice neck and put that on that body because the body's pretty much fine. It's just like a basswood body with a poly black, you know, finish, whatever. And then I could put the, you know, my own pick guard on it and pickups. And that'd be like a fun project guitar, but ugh. So that's probably something not going to happen. Um, but they do have like pre-made stuff here too, which is nice. Or um, you can get all different headstock shapes and tilt backs and all that stuff. But anyways, but any of that stuff you do, like you really got to like it, and you got to decide you're doing it for yourself because um, the the resale value on that stuff is like, boy, it doesn't, you know, if you're gonna like take a nice guitar and mod it too much, um, you better be committed to those things. So let's just dig around. Let's see what fun stuff is here. Hmm. Oh yeah, the bird head sort of headstock. Well the yeah the on the sorry, there's a comment here from I am Hopfrog, for the Epiphone Strat. Is it a bird head headstock? It's sort of like the looks like the hockey stick sort of style headstock, like a Kramer or something. I remember when these Roadhouse Strats came out, 2017. Hmm. Oh, Reverend stuff. I'm always going to call this out when I see Reverend stuff. Great guitars. I've yet to play a Reverend that I didn't really like. And I love my baritone by them. I played pretty much every baritone I could get my hands on in New York City. I went to a lot of music stores. I probably played 5 or 6 different baritones. I saw something here about P90s. Let's go back to this. Yeah, here's so we were talking P90s earlier. Gibson Les Paul Special 2018 Honeyburst. The P90s. Only $8.99. That's not bad. Cool rug too. Little wear here, that's okay. I don't mind wear. I figure like, unless it's, you know, damaged or something, but you know, people pay a lot of money for beat up looking vintage guitars. Like it's not that, like this guitar might be not finished now, but it's not getting any younger. You know. I saw this Gibson SG Junior. What's going on here? Listed 3 hours ago. One photo in New Jersey. Oh, there it is. This looks like these like EMGs that were installed in this. And then what's going on with these tuners? looks like these 1, 2, 3, 4 don't look like the standard sort of. They almost look metal. Is it just like a weird angle on that? At least they like doing perfect push-ups and playing Xbox. So I'm not trying to make fun of people. I'm just trying to make banter. Dead air on a live stream is dangerous. I would imagine. So I gotta keep talking. Oh, have I tried the hollow body PRS? Yes, I have. Yeah. I'll show you a PRS I really like. Let's pull that up. Let's go to PRS guitars. Talked about this, I think, the other day. Maybe you already saw. So I apologize for anyone who's already sort of dealt with this. There's a great SE. I think it's a steal. Where is it? I love this guitar. This is great, semi-hollow. This is new within the last couple of years to have the trem system or the vibrato system on here. They had previously had it in a hardtail or stop tail, which I think they still do. Let's see. Maybe not. Well, they have this hollow body standard and these have all been great. Ugh, PRS makes great guitars. I was sort of like, I've never been like a huge lover of sort of the look. You know, but the I really like. I think Paul Reed-Smith's very smart, and I have to say I've yet to play one that didn't play great. Now here's speaking of baritones and P90s, PRS SE277 is only available in a humbucker version, but this used to be in a semi-hollow baritone with humbuckers. Come on, where is this? I can't believe there would be nothing on here. Wow. I think they called it a soap bar. Well, it was a baritone that was semi-hollow and had a like P90 style soap bar pickup, and that was always a really cool guitar. It's sort of a bummer they don't make it anymore. Ugh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Wow. Even the flaming on the neck. Look at that guitar. It's beautiful. I like their emerald sort of green color. I'm not so into some of their like blue to purple fades and stuff like that, but I think they do green really well. Look at this. Here's an SE single cut with P90s. $475. Bet you it plays great. Yeah. So what should we look up next? We've been on this sort of this P90 sort of kick, but what else are things that we've been into? What stuff are we not into? I know something. Well, there's the new Steve Vai's got a new guitar. What is it? The Aria or Aria? I don't even know offhand. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just looking for something that's different than where we've been, you know? So I figure Steve Vai is always the other opposite end of most any conversation. It's sort of, he had an amp with Carvin for a long time. That I was just talking to someone the other day who has one, and I was surprised. I said, I don't, you have one of these Steve Vai amps? It does not seem like something to be into. And they were like, I own it for the clean channel because it's got one of the most beautiful clean channels they'd ever heard. So it's funny because I don't think of, I always think of Steve Vai as a little more saturated sound. But, oh, the Pia. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah. I don't know. What's our feeling on this? I don't know if I'm so into it. But I don't know. What do other people think? I'm curious to know. I do like the gem. I don't mind the gem. I like the monkey grip and the this tire claw. They're still doing this. So I don't know if people know the story on this, but the reason the Floyd Rose on the Steve Vai has this, like, they refer to it as this tiger claw, is because he wanted to be able to take the whammy bar and bend it way far back, farther than normally you could. And so the tech who was designing it or building a prototype just took a drill bit with a router. I'll use this chopstick, and just like drilled lines in to sort of like make channels, thinking that he was going to go back and clean that up. And I guess it never got cleaned up, and it went to Steve Vai on the prototype. And it just looked cool, and now that's sort of become a signature thing. Oh, guitars. You know what I'm going to do? I always check out Jackson Music. Where are they? Oh, whoa, hello, hold on. Let's detour. Wow. Look at this NAMM craziness. Jackson USA Custom Shop NAMM Rhodes Double Guitar. 1 of 1. Ultra rare root beer swirl. Only $12,000. Almost 13, but it's 15% off of the normal price, so you're getting into a steal. So this looks, we got a like 12 string setup going on, but only on the bottom 4 strings. Interesting. It's so funny, like, I mean, I'm not the buyer for that guitar, but someone must be. Oh, am I not getting anything here? Well, there's a store, a shop on here, but it's fine. We'll move on. Let's look at effects and pedals. Do-do-do-do. So, let's look at, delays? See all listings. I hate this new layout they've done. Got him says, sup. Hi. Got him. All right, so let's see. Let's look at some delays here. I'm sort of curious about this attack delay reissue by Electro Harmonix. I've been sort of wanting a reverse echo, reverse delay, whatever you want to say. This came out, and then there now the Danelectro reissued the back talk. So those sort of things I've been sort of curious about. Strymon El Capistan, what a great sounding digital pedal. Amazing that the Line 6 DL4 and a lot of these other Line 6 multi-units still being sold as new, brand new. What an amazing line of pedals that was. I believe that George Trips from Way Huge Electronics, and who works at Dunlop as well, because Dunlop owns Way Huge. I think he actually designed that series or worked on that series of pedals for Line 6 back in the day. Earthquaker Devices Avalanche Run, great delay. A lot of fun stuff going on there. It was on my wish list for a long time, and I sort of moved on to other wishes, but very cool. JHS Panther Cub, tap tempo. Surprisingly, I wonder why this is so. Excellent condition, only $95. Very curious to see as sort of the COVID-19 is continuing to affect retailers and people, how reverb changes, just like suddenly a bunch of people trying to sell gear, or prices dropping, or you can't buy anything because no one can ship stuff. It's, I'm just browsing for fun, Have I tried the Keeley Eldorado? I have not tried it, but so I'll read the full comment. If you tried the Keeley Eldorado, I heard it's a good plexi clone in a box. That's what I've heard as well. I've not heard anything that says otherwise. Speaking of Keeley pedals, I did recommend this pedal recently, about a year or so ago. It's a delay and a reverb in one. It's not too big. It's got a shimmer spring and modulated mode. It's not that expensive too. I feel like you get a lot of pedal here. Keeley makes obviously great stuff. It's been nice to see some of those boutique builders from back when you could barely even hear the pedal before you ordered it, or back in the 90s, when the internet was in its infancy. Seeing Keeley stuff and some of the modded things by some of the other builders. So now it's nice to see that they ZVEX was impossible to find a ZVEX pedal. It's nice now that it's become so easy. You kids today don't understand how easy you got it. Surprisingly, there's a lot of these caverns on here. Interesting. Let's try on Volante. This I think would be a really cool pedal. I mean, it's expensive. It takes up some space on a board, but I like anything that's stereo in, stereo out. Where is it? There you go. Left in, left out, right in, right out. I always love. I run a stereo rig myself, so delays in stereo is always a plus. These analog man delays are, of course, highly sought after. Okay. Oh, you picked up a shimmer. So I am Hop Frog says I picked up a shimmer reverb by TC Electronics. It's pretty cool. And I can't get the first part of your name here, but last name Sharma says please upload new animation video in Maya. Yeah, I should do that. I had been doing live streams for a long time of animations that I was working on. And it was sort of crazy to sort of work on them in real time. I should do more of that. I'm just typing for a second. Sorry, everyone. I was getting some errors that the stream was not getting enough bandwidth. They're sort of choking out. So maybe my apologies there. Maybe that's a good point to sort of to stop it. Let me just reply to one of these comments here because I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I feel like it's all gotten stalled. It's a bummer. So I'm just responding to Vayabhav Sharma about doing the animation videos in Maya. Just saying that I will try to do this again soon. It's a good idea. I miss doing those animation videos, and I will try to do that again. All right. Well, it's been a little. It's almost an hour. It's been 53 minutes, and I think I'll take this as a moment. I see we got 7 people watching, so that's sort of a bummer to sort of say goodnight. But I feel like we're running some streaming issues, and I'm running out of things to talk about. So we'll call it here. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great weekend. And everyone stay safe and stay away from others and isolate and lock down good and be good citizens and good members of society and humanity and all those types of things we're supposed to do these days until we can get rid of this crazy virus. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Cheers.